if you know, like, Taman's move, it was supposed to be called bread. My boy was making bread. Okay, he was making points. Oh my God, why are you doing this to me on my last week? Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. I am Chantel Nicole, aka C Nick, aka Shandy Cola, aka the girl with the tired curls, aka the girl you have no clue, no idea as to why she's running her mouth so much. What's up? Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, I'm a singer, dancer, actress, and just, I'm like the Mambo number 5 of creatives. A little bit of this in my life, and a little bit of in my life. So basically, I don't do anything else. But yeah, before we get started, I just have a simple request. If you could just give me a like, that'd be great. And if you could turn on the notification bell. Turn on the notification bell as you subscribe, so you get notifications and find out you had your moment. And find out when I post next, because not only do I post these story time videos, but I sing. I said you had your moment. But yeah, now that we got the formalities out the way, I swear I'm a dancer, I swear. Now we got that out the way, we can get this video started and we can talk about how I worked for a K-pop company. Woo! But before then, we gonna go on with my intro. Roll my intro. Roll it. I don't have an intro. Future me. Listen, when you're editing this video, make us an intro, because we ain't got no. I don't even think I hit that right. I'm doing things I shouldn't have to do. This is what I should not have to do, future me. Okay? There should be an intro here. Okay. I guess this is the intro then. You are here because you read that I worked for a K-pop company. And I did. But yeah, I did work for a K-pop company, and I don't want to make it seem like I was doing something bigger than what I actually was doing. I was a publishing assistant. Ooh, publishing assistant. Yeah, publishing assistant. What the heck is a publishing assistant, right? A publishing assistant is basically someone who assists the publisher, right? Yeah.
And what publishing is just so you guys get an idea of music industry jargon. Publishing is when money or royalties are collected when a song is used commercially. So that's media in print, in books or something, or TV, movie, and even in karaoke. So you have all these different aspects of a song being used. A song could be the parts of the lyrics or the musical composition itself. So writers and producers are involved, or sometimes they're involved separately, sometimes together, sometimes separately when it comes to publishing. So basically, it's just the collecting of money.
I won't tell you everything because I signed this thing called an NDA. And an NDA stipulates that I can't say certain things about certain things. That's very simple. But I'm not going to say anything crazy. I'm not going to tell you any personal information about anybody. I'm just going to tell you what I did, what I saw. And yeah, don't be all up in my comments or in my messages or anywhere asking me,
hey, good question, do you still have contact with...
No, I don't. I don't have any access to any of this information. Even if I did, I wouldn't give it to anyone. Okay? 2015. Picture it. A young me. A younger me. Wanted to be a background dancer. I was going by the name Toki. So that means if you're looking for the name Toki, I am Toki, or Okie Toki on any social media or K-pop website, it's probably me. So, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to be a background dancer. I wanted to be And so I was working as a background dancer, and a Korean exchange student was working for a company, and the artist that was in the company needed background dancers for her song. The artist's name is, I'm gonna say Christina. So Christina needed dancers. We worked on it for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so. We had auditions. I was dance captain. I just wanted to throw that out there. I was dance captain. But yeah, we did that. Bam. That's how I met her. That's how that got set up. Yeah. So 2017 in the fall, I had just got finished doing a musical, and I get a message from Christina, and she's like, "Hey, do you know anybody that like knows Korean and would like to work for a company?" And I was like, I don't know if I can do it. And she said, "Listen, do you know how to read Korean?" I said, "I can't translate it, but I can. I know that that little s thing is called a shield, and like I know that's a ah. I know these things. Yeah, I can do it." And she was like, "Can you write it?" I said, "Again, I can stack up things." She was like, "Okay, you got the job." It wasn't like a really complicated process. I just sent her my resume, my information, signed off on my little hush papers, and that was it. It was a very long process that kept me in my house for basically a year, for basically the timeline that it takes for life to happen. I was in, it wasn't a year, I'm being dramatic, but a school year. A school year. Just to give you an idea of what was like, where things were happening, I live in like New York. Okay. My boss was living in Jersey at the time and then moved to LA. A lot of the work that we were doing was getting sent to Korea. So there was different time zones being worked with at all times. And it was just like, oh my God, so exhausting at points because if it's like 3 o'clock in the morning here, it might be uh what, midnight in LA, and then it might be nine something in the morning at in Korea. So there was a lot of things going on. The job was remote. I know I didn't say that. I didn't say that. The job was remote. And that probably just killed a lot of people's dreams just then. But the position was a remote position, and that's why it made it easier for files to get transferred, for me to be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning doing work. But Christina stayed with me the whole time, so we would be up together. Um, but yeah, I have some notes here in front of me. The fact that the camera shifts, but yeah, I have some notes in front of me, and none of it is like, it doesn't infringe on any type of like clauses stated by the hush papers. These are just generic documents regarding publishing and whatnot. So, with my position as the assistant, there were several different kinds of documents that I would be working with. It would be the registration document, that would be like what the song was, who the artist was, the album, the writers, producers, the release date. There'd be split sheets where I'd say the producers, the writers, the release date. There'd be paperwork licensing the song for like a movie or something. That was like few and far between, and that was mostly for the producers and the writers. I'd be writing and stamping and looking over um, producers' contracts, so to make sure that their terms of their payments and their percentages were, kind of fixed a certain way, so that they would make sure they're getting paid for specifically for their work on this song or for that song. So that's like four different types of documents. So like I said, here I have my notes. I'm going to just give you an idea of get your life. Oh, the life was got. Okay, the life was got. So I'm going to give you guys basically like a vocab of all the things that I did. The first thing I would see the most of is a document that, like I said, required me to list everything that was involved, like the artist, the date of release, the album, all the things that go into the registration, basically. And it's called a 작품 신고서, and that is called a report of work. And like I said, it lists everything. So it's kasu is singer, and 노래, like song. You have things called 작곡. 작곡 is the composition, like the producer or whatever, and then you have the 작사, which is the songwriter. So if you ever notice when you're watching like music shows and you see these names underneath like the title, artist name, and then underneath you see 작사 and then 작곡. Those are the people who are writing and producing the songs that you love so much, the songs that we love so much. Underneath that chart of the 작품 신고서 would be a 확인서. Hakinso would be like the confirmation papers that would like go underneath it to kind of just reiterate like, hey, this is the artist, this is the album, this is the release date, this is the producers, this is who were involved. Who were? This is who this is who this is who was involved in the making of the song. So 작품 신고서 Hakinso. And then there was something else underneath it, but that was like a contract or whatever. And I forgot the title of that. Actually, I don't even think I have it in my notes. All right. So the first document that I worked on, the first registration that I remember like vividly working on was actually for a group that I had gotten into over the summer. And it was actually Monster Freaking X. I was like, wow, I'm awake for a comeback. I'm doing the registration for the comeback. I'm making sure 2 of the members get paid. What? This is crazy. I am the ultimate mombebe, okay? I am the ultimate mombebe. I made sure that Gucci and Yoshi can eat at night, okay? I made sure that they can afford their Versace outfits for this recent tour. Not really, but you know, I feel like I contributed as a mom baby. Okay, you guys have no clue how excited I was. I was like, oh my god, I get to do paperwork for them. This is amazing. It was amazing, but then it wasn't.
Let me just say that I was up at 7 p.m. to 9 a.m. the next morning and had to go to work the next day. So, this wasn't exactly the highlight of my first day. And as excited as I was, again, I was up for damn near 24 hours.
Super exhausted. But again, it was Monster X. I'm on Boo Boo the Fool. I will do anything for them. So, the paperwork that I did at first was the 작품 신고서, the 하kin서, and then the once I was done with that, she sent me paperwork for split sheets. And split sheets are the documents that state each songwriter the percentage that they receive and their personal informations like their addresses, their phone numbers, like a lot of personal stuff. And with the split sheets, every total amount is supposed to add up to 100. The split sheets that I received were for the producers of the company and then some of the members of Monster X themselves. Oh my god, sorry. I was supposed to be like all cheeky about it. But yeah, so I received that information and Freudian slip is real, okay? And yeah, I was like, holy smokes. And she gave me like this database of information that only I had access to and other people at the company, but as a, you know, lower bottom totem pole person, I had this information. I attached their IDs, I attached their informations, and just to give you guys an idea, no, their address is not on it. Their company's address was listed on the paperwork, so I'm not just like, I know who they are. Like no, I don't know who they are. And with every single process, I would have to put it inside the catalog. And like I said, the catalog had like over, maybe I didn't say it, I don't remember. But yeah, so maybe the catalog had like over like 2,000 songs, I want to say. And it had songs from Shiny, songs from SM artists, songs from BAP, songs from different groups, like girl groups, boy groups, American groups.
Oh. It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Idols don't get paid a lot. It doesn't matter. Like,
oh my god, you know, like they write their own stuff.
I'm telling you, they do not make as much as you think they make. It can be Uzi from 17. He probably makes like 24%. I've never seen any type of split sheet with his name on it, unfortunately. I would love to know how much that kid makes because he is talented. But so many hands get added to the pot. So many hands get added in all of this. I even had one lady, last minute, mind you, get submitted to a split sheet. I remember I was done. I submitted everything, and Christina messaged me and was like,
"Hey, so this one person, she wants her royalties too."
It was this lady whose name I'd seen before. She wanted like, I think either 1.2% or like 2.4%. Either way, it was the most rinky-dink number that you could freaking possibly muster. And I'm just like,
you're gonna make me do the whole thing all over again. Resubmit for two.
But then again, sis, get your coins. Get your coins. Get paid. Get paid. Because a lot of it was just like reading Hangul, and it wasn't like, oh, English or Romanized. Listen, there is no such thing as Romanized in any Korean anything. We are as fans cheating ourselves by using Romanizations, okay? I made the mistake of mixing up two different people constantly. It was like their name would be like Youngjae Kim or Kim Youngjae or Lee Youngjae, and it would always be these two freaking Youngjaes. I did four. It's like two freaking Youngjaes all of the time, and I'm just like, oh my god, which one is it? And even Christina was like, you know what? I don't even know which one it is because their names are just like, obviously they're the same thing. They're the same name, and you're just quickly glancing at it. You're trying to do something. You have to make sure that little detail, because Kim Youngjae may have not written the song that Lee Youngjae wrote. You know what I'm saying? Like, he may have written song A, but not song B. So if Youngjae Kim did not write B, and Youngjae A, you see that? Like, oh my god, I'm confused. I confused myself. There was also these producers that they were like a pair, like a Groovy Room, or like a or like, who else is a duo? I don't remember, but like it's like a Groovy Room kind of duo. They annoyed me the utmost all the time because they never worked on the same song together ever. But they
oh, now you can't speak English.
They did do songs together. I'm dragging it. They did do songs together, but very far and few in between. Let's just say that their name together was like Lemons. So Lemons with a Z. So Lemons would come up on a registration, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do Lemons. I'd have to wait for Christina to tell me which member of Lemons. Was it Lemons 1 or was it Lemons 2? Or was it both the Lemons? You never freaking know. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more I can tell you guys. I kind of told you what I did. I gave you a vocab lesson. I told you when, where, how, what.
So, because I didn't want to go over 20 minutes, I couldn't like put all my stories in here. I have a few more left, so if you want to hear them, let me know in the comments and I'll do that for you.
Like I said, I hate to have you scavenger hunting, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, it's this company, and then have a bunch of freaking kids or people, clout chaser, whatever, like inundate their inbox and their emails with requests. This is not just for like,
oh my god, how can I meet my favorite idol?
like, when you guys get older, or if you are like a little bit older, like in your mid-20s or whatever, you got to turn your K-pop fan girling into a business. You have to literally shift gears. You can still fangirl, but figure out how to make money from your fangirling too.
This coming from the girl with a 4 a.m. tired AF curls. I mean, if you're into it and you want to pursue a career, you do it. If it's just a hobby, that is perfectly fine.
Right? And that's the only reason why I'm telling you this story, is because, again, if something falls in your lap, if something falls in your lap, you gotta take advantage of it. Okay, just double palm that thing and just double down on it, all that good stuff like that. Take the opportunities, because again, you never know when things like this will pop up. If not, there will be more opportunities. And that will be another video about working for K-pop concerts and volunteering and being a part of street teams and all the other crap like that. But again, that's for another video. If you like this story, give me a like, okay? You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Oh, that was... Suddenly my voice is warmed up after all that talking. But yeah, I probably was like off too. Like the pitch was not there. Whatever. I promise I'm a singer. Thanks for watching my video. This is Chantel Nicole. Remember to follow me at Ms. Chantel Nicole on everything. Facebook, IG, no Twitter, Snapchat is like this I don't use, and here. Okay? So don't forget me. All right? Bye.